Hang on a sec. How dumb is that? Well, we're going live anyway. Without me.
There's a lot of people streaming tonight.
Oh yeah.
How funny was that? Start a stream and I'm not even on the screen. It's like I realized, where's my phone? I showered and shaved beforehand. And all my stuff was over there, and I realized, oh my god, my desk was covered with the build still. You know, I had everything's been out all week. I hadn't touched it. Even my wife, she didn't move anything. We used this for the Girl Scouts last night, but it didn't show the desk, so she didn't really care.
So did somebody give him a Super Star Destroyer?
Yep.
When?
I haven't watched any of his stream or anything, but I just flipping past it, and he's got it sitting on his desk. And
Oh,
He's gotten a lot of stuff, honestly.
Well, you know, 6 months ago he got the
Imperial shuttle.
yeah, the Imperial shuttle, the big white one, the UCS one. I mean, that's great if someone. Well, I mean, that was a combined. What was that? That was a birthday gift, I think. I think it was
I
a
think it was a
combined gift
50K.
from. Was it a
Wasn't
50K
it
gift?
50? I'm pretty sure it was 50K.
Okay, maybe you're right.
Which, the shuttle?
Yeah, I mean, a
shuttle.
bunch of guys went in on it and stuff, and it's cool. I mean,
People at work had mentioned seeing was a guy that works in our warranty department said his brother-in-law or something. He sent him a picture, and I guess he had been in the brick bin. He's in Calgary. He said, "Hey, they're raffling off a Falcon." I'm like, "Oh yeah, I heard about that." So I explained the story to them. He's like, "Oh yeah, I know."
well, lucky. Hi, Mama Lego.
I'm tempted to go on the 22nd to see Brixie again, just for the sake, because like he's doing an event thing at Brickbin, and so I don't know if I should go there or not.
You should tease him and say, "Hey, yeah, something weird. Like your audio is always something weird. It sounds funny."
And you look tired. And you look tired.
Why do you have bags in your
you got-
eyes all the time? Do you not
You got a
sleep
thing
at
of
night?
coffee though. Oh, now okay, that's weird. I'm seeing a timer now or a stopwatch for the stream now. It's weird. At the top left corner.
Oh yeah, I see that.
What, in the yard? Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you never noticed that before?
Oh no, I've noticed it. I just didn't see that it was active until just now. Yeah.
I'm not sure if it clicks in for everyone right away. I see it right away, normally.
Who's going first?
Actually, I need a few more seconds, so if one of you want to go, that's great. I figure
Go
I've
ahead.
got at least 2 things to show, and I
Yeah.
could probably stretch out to 4 different things to show.
Rock, paper, scissors, lizard, Spock.
What? Phasers. This is just phasers.
Yeah, Big Bang Theory.
Big Bang Theory.
I'm not into Harry Potter, Mama. That's why I didn't get the Harry Potter ones.
I don't think the Harry Potter ones are the best of the bunch anyway, honestly. I think Star Wars are okay. I think seasonal ones are great. I think Christmas ones are amazing. The animals are kind of cool. I'm not sure. Okay, so which one are you going to go first?
Don't matter.
I guess
You
I
give her.
could.
Go by
Okay, so
age.
give a recap from my
Young.
vlog. I went to the brick bin for the sole intention of only getting one item. Okay? The Toy Story magnet set.
Ooh.
Yeah.
So here's my question before you go further. So, do you ever crack open magnets? Like, is this
I
a thing
plan
you
to. My
collect?
dad's telling me not to. But I'm like, I want to because the whole point was for me to get the figures. I want the figures.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, do these new ones separate from the magnets the way the old ones
No,
used to?
they're glued.
They
But these
don't.
ones can separate.
Oh, okay.
I don't think I've showed this off before, but I've had this in my backlog for a bit. Got it on sale. So
Oh, hang on. Let's
Hi.
give you.
What you doing?
Come on. Why is that not working?
What else?
Put it back up
Oh,
straight.
okay.
There you go.
Here, I'll hold up the other two again.
Hi.
Oh, nice. You got the chick.
Yes.
Yeah.
I also got, like, the Toy Story was from Brickbin, as was this.
Oh, right on.
Yeah. So now, do we all have this one now?
Yeah. Yeah, I haven't
Okay,
built
so all
mine.
three of us got it. So whenever you guys
Okay.
want to crack them open, we can do it. If you want to do
And
a joint
then
build.
I was like, you know what, I can't get enough of buying Lego, so I thought I'd go to the Lego store.
Yeah, because you don't have enough.
Yeah, no. So I went in there with the sole intention of getting one, which I'll reveal last. I saw that they had this one in stock, and I was like, okay, it's sold out online,
That's a
and
nice one.
I really want this one, so I picked that one up. I also picked up another Brickheadz from Mama Lego, which has been sent off and such. And then I got this one other item, and then I was like, oh, how close am I to getting the in-store promo? And they're like, oh, you're like a few dollars away. So I got the Lady Liberty Brickheadz.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, actually, I like that one.
I've got
And I
somewhere.
finally got the Mando one.
Yes.
There you go.
So now we all have that one too?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh,
And then today, I was in the area, so I just decided to. Well, my dad offered to drive me to the brick bin, and I couldn't leave empty-handed, so I picked up this poly bag.
Wait. Lego Movie, which one? It's not so clear. Shifted a bit? Oh, so you got Emmett.
Piece of Resistance.
It was an in-store promo with $50 or more, I think.
Okay, cool.
Oh, so is it supposed to be the cap with the crazy glue? Is that what?
Yeah, Piece of Resistance, 30280. I think that's basically it for me. Basically, I got a bunch of Brickheadz.
That's okay, man. Brickheadz are cool.
Oh, yeah.
I'm glad they didn't die like they were first intended. Like, shh, they were, oh no. It's funny how, Lego had spoke of it and that the initial sales weren't good. And they literally were in everyone's junk bins in the stores, and but it seemed to get a whole new life.
Well, they were going to discontinue them there, I thought.
Yeah.
Now they're back, and seems like when everyone thought they were gone, then it was like, oh no, we love them.
Mama, do you have those Brickheadz? Because they still have them in stock.
Well, I mean, a lot of that's still available locally, though, so I don't.
The Dumbledore and what was it, Ron, I think? As well as the Hagrid and Buckbeak.
Right.
Hey, Lego,
That's what he had, I think.
Welcome to the stream, Lego boy.
Yeah. I had the intent of getting one thing and ended up totally cleaning house, I guess, in my opinion. My wish for majority of my wish list.
I mean, that's okay. Okay, I'm gonna stop doing that. So we'll go with the oldest stuff first, and then we can go to Ryan. We can come back to me, and I'll finish on that. So, which one do we do here? We'll do this. All right. So, I'd gone to the Lego store the other week. It was my wife's birthday, and of course, I was looking for flowers. And I was looking specifically for the bouquet. And that didn't go as planned, like a lot of people have not gotten it either. But I have started. So there's the first one, the tulips. I intend to get all of them. I think they're all great, and I think they can all go together and they'll look good. I'm hoping. This, nice. The tulips, and the bouquet eventually. But this I grabbed. They were out at my local store, and I wasn't going to chase around for the other small set. I'll get it whenever it comes out. They're not going to be hard to get. And since I was there, and I'm looking, there isn't a lot in Star Wars. But since I'm an X-Wing guy, And a TIE Fighter guy, I had to get this. So this is one of those sad little sets with the very primitive pieces, you know, large, chunky build, 60 pieces. 2 figures, though.
It's got that weird cockpit piece, eh?
I know.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you know, at least it's not just studded on, it's hinged on. But of course, the build is ridiculous. The robot sits really high up. I mean, the astromech there. So it's a little, but I really can't not get it if I'm going to say I've got like all the X-Wings and all the TIE Fighters. Which is sad, because it probably means there'll be another color variant on this coming out in this scale. Like, I don't mind the cheap entry-level kind of stuff, but this 4+ stuff is brutal for a collector. Because you just feel like you're really being screwed if you're a collector.
Yep.
But it's not horrible. I guess that's just 60 pieces. I mean, they're large pieces, but still, it's probably not a great price. Probably a lot of Disney tax of that. And a lot of people look at it that way. But yeah, actually, it's kind of funny when you see how many pieces are in this. Like, for some people, this would be better value. No figures, though. So yeah, I got that going on. So, and my wife will definitely be building that. Hey, Blocksmith, how you doing? We're just showing off some stuff we've acquired in the last week or so. It's a little misleading saying new bricks this week, but that's okay. We haven't been doing this as much as we used to. So I'm going to hand off to Ryan. And let me. There we go.
I'll start with my smallest first. So, first thing I've ever ordered from out of the country. That came right from the other side of the world, Australia.
Cool. Nice.
That's probably where I got you the stickers.
Well, that's what I can't remember where you said you ordered those from.
Because a lot of time I get those from Australia, New Zealand. Guys down there seem to be doing a lot of that kind of stuff.
Yeah, well, this was Australia, and I heard right at the same time I ordered these, somebody else had said there's a seller in New Zealand that's really good. This guy makes acrylic stands and stuff too that actually look really cool and are reasonably priced too, even to get them shipped all the way here. So I'm debating on maybe ordering a couple stands in the future, maybe one for my shuttle, so I can display it with the wings out. So, yeah, here. So the first thing.
Ooh.
Ah, nice.
So that'll go good with my my Star Destroyer mock.
I didn't realize I was giving it away when I opened my mouth. It's like, because honestly, I don't get much from that part of the world, you know.
Ooh.
So put that with my bust.
Nice.
And this is going to give away my Bricklink thing that that Jacob already knew about.
And that's big enough. That's the UCS one, huh?
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm
very nice.
right now, as it sits in my hands, I've probably got 80% of the parts already.
Wow.
And probably by next week, I'll have about 95% of the parts.
Very nice.
I mean,
the playset one is actually pretty nice too, but the UCS one, just beautiful. And the build is so cool too.
Well, this, like, the quality of these is, like, crazy. Like, this guy does really good work.
Yeah. I wonder if it's the same guy.
It's a different.
I know there was one I ordered before that was so bad that when I got it and I touched it, the ink smeared like right off it. So I sent him a picture. Yeah, I sent him a picture. I said, "Hey," and then he went off and he said, "Okay, I'll send you a replacement and tell me 2 more you want." And I said, "I just rattled off 2 more." So he sent me 3 of them. It's like, that was cool. And I handed them off to other guys who needed something because, you know, I'm not the only guy who grabs some older ones used, and they either been applied like garbage or, you know, they age poorly.
Well, I think
That's usually the
these.
case.
It was a good deal. Like I was there for the one. Like that was why I was there for that. They were like $7 a piece plus $3 shipping, and there was an eBay coupon for $10 off. You had to spend $20 or $25, and I was like, huh, okay. So I got looking, and so I ended up adding those to the cart. It only added $1 shipping for each extra one of these. So I ended
Which
up
is
getting
ridiculous if you think about it.
Well, yeah. Yeah.
It really is.
I was wondering if they wouldn't add at all, but yeah, it tacked on a couple dollars. But after the coupon, it only cost me $16 for the 3 stickers, so great deal.
Wow. Yeah.
So I'll wait for another eBay coupon before I order any more or anything
I
from
never
that.
get these eBay coupons, not anymore. Or it
I
could
just-
be in. They end up in my
Yeah.
junk folder. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. It just and I didn't get anything. It just I happened to go on eBay, and if I go on, it usually it just pops up when you go on those sites. I was like, oh,
Well,
neat.
admittedly, I'm doing my best to not go on eBay. I think I've only been on it twice since the 1st of January. It's like, because it's expensive. if I
well,
look at
yeah.
it. Because it's like, oh, well, I can do that. Click.
Well,
Not a big
like
deal.
I can't find like as far as Lego, I can't seem to find deals like
Yeah.
true deals on there. I find lots of stuff that I'd love to have, but I'm not paying.
I tell you,
that.
Ryan's got a good one coming soon.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I tripped over something, and I sent it to him as soon as I saw it. Still,
You know what?
still
That
thinking
stayed
about
up.
it.
I was surprised. Like that stayed up for at least the whole weekend.
Oh,
it was
yeah?
still there.
Okay. See, I haven't looked
I think
back
it's gone
since,
now, but
Is it?
I think so.
But
Yeah.
I think that's an import. I don't know if that's local, but still, it's going to come out okay for you. I mean,
Yeah, like it's hard to tell. It's the way it looks. I think it's coming out of the States, but then again, I got tracking already, and it's a weird. It's like some Swiss tracking thing, but it's talking about
Really?
United States. So I don't know, but it was free
Well,
shipping.
probably because maybe it origins in Swiss, but it's drop shipped to Amazon, and then they probably shoot it across the border or something.
Oh, maybe.
Because I
But-
mean, a lot of stuff's like that now.
But that was good. Like it was free shipping.
Yeah.
And like it didn't look like there was tax on it. That's what I don't understand.
I don't get nailed for taxes like 50% of the time.
If it's third
Ordering
party.
international stuff. Yeah.
Oh really?
Yeah.
So I don't know whether I'll get dinged. I have to go
Unless
on-
I see that DHL's involved or FedEx internationally. Those
Oh, they
two.
might.
Ooh, I get nailed sometimes. But if it's
Oh,
not
and
one
they
of those
might-
two.
So do they
because-
like hold on to the pack? You'll have to go pick
Well, they
it
both
up
do their own
again, or-
brokerage, so you know, FedEx sometimes won't even try and deliver it. They'll say, "Well, we have this, and you owe this much."
Oh, yeah.
It's like, you know. So when I go pick it up, I got paid $19 or something on, you
Yeah.
know, whatever under $300. It isn't horrible, but it's like,
Yeah.
And then I get a nice little document you're supposed to technically hold for your taxes that no one does, and it's like, yeah, I couldn't tell you what any of those are now. All right, let me show up.
Was this
you
the thing
guys-
that I assumed what
That
it
you
was?
half guessed at the other night. So here's the thing. One of our guys in a couple of the local Canadian groups in the Toronto group and whatever, Albert Chow, he had listed multiple posts, and I saw one. It's like, yeah, I want that whole bundle because it was a good deal, really good deal. And then he had another one where I only wanted half of it, but those were listed individually in the ad. So it's like, okay. And clearly he wanted to do as little business as possible with people. Anyone would, right? Why sell the 4 if you can sell the 1, right? So I said, listen, I want this and this, and I could be there immediately. You're not that far, given where he said he was. You know, I figured no matter what, it would only be half an hour. But he already had a bunch of these deals on the go, and it's like, oh man, I hate dealing with people doing this Mickey Mouse stuff. And it's not like I'm going to offer more. I wasn't that interested. So, you know, making the deals, it took, you know, overnight. And then I said, listen, I still got the money. I still want all 4. You try and do whatever you were trying to do, because he was trying to get me to walk away from one of the sets. It's like, if you want to still try and make a deal with these other guys who are screwing you around, telling you they want to wait to the paycheck, or they want to do this, or they want to do that, you can monkey around, or you could deal with me, you know. But I said, I'll still be here tomorrow. I'll still have the money if you got everything for me. And then in the morning, what I didn't know was my wife had some plans. So it's like, oh, all of a sudden, Mr. Big Shot with the money doesn't have a car. It's like, oops. I said, listen, you know, if she's home by such and such, I can meet you at the original time that we said we could make this work on Saturday. And it's like, it was just too tight. But then when she did get in, and then he turned, well, we can meet at the mall. Well, it turns out the mall was closer to me than where his place was, because originally we were going to meet at his house. So it's like, all right, that's a win. Shoot up there. And actually, my wife came with me, and yeah, it was a pretty good deal. Easy meetup, good guy. He's got a nice ride. I won't say what, but so this actually solved a bunch of problems with me not buying a lot like I was last year, or me not chasing stuff. Well, I missed out on a bunch of promos and other things because I couldn't at times. I mean, look, even recently I couldn't find enough to buy for Amelia's Earhart's set, you know. So it's almost discouraging. Like, if this year is going to be a bomb, I'm not going to get any of the promos. And let's see what we can do here. So I'm not a Harry Potter guy. I was never going to spend enough money on mine to get that.
Mm-hmm.
And that's something I've been wildly interested in, because I think that's a wicked looking set. And then, of course, oh yeah, Amelia. You know. And this was something that I've seen enough people talk about. I thought, how cool is that? You know?
Mm-hmm.
That little set. And then I'm 90% positive I got this somewhere. But all of this I got for a lot less than $100. A lot less. Yes.
Nice.
Yeah. You know, I don't even know how I can display, so it's going to look good, but it doesn't really matter.
Amelia on top of the summer one, and then have the other 2 sets next to it.
Yeah. I mean, there's a chance I got that. And if I do, well... Oh, hang on. Can I see it? Yes, I do. 40411. There you go. So now I got 2.
Nice.
So now I can decide what I'm going to do with it. Give it to my wife and she can build it out. If there's instructions in there for it. 12-in-1 rebuild in 2. I assume they tell her, or is it just a creative pack? I don't know. But we'll figure it out. So yeah, I'm happy. I mean, these 2 alone, because I really wanted this. Even though I'm not a Harry Potter guy, I just think it's such a wicked looking thing. And those Harry Potter other books, when I first heard about them, and then we saw what they were, it's like, oh, you're kidding. Those are garbage. I don't know anyone who's pleased with those books. I mean, they might have some mock potential for those big pieces, but horrible, honestly. I don't know if they're good value for the price. I don't really care. I'm not a Harry Potter guy, and I didn't even get to that point to look at pricing. It wasn't anything that I'd get into. So yeah, we got that. So this is kind of... This is kind of looking like an old New Bricks this week.
Yeah.
Where I could cover the table with stuff.
Nice.
But I did buy something... Okay, so yesterday, I'm trying to get my head around it. So, in the morning, my wife had suggested that depending on what time I got off work, because Thursday's the end of my work week, and of course we're trying to get some new software up and running, and we're having huge problems to the point where they actually took it offline after I showed them something as I was leaving the building. Oh yeah, I found a way to cripple it good. Yeah, big changes when I go in Monday. Oh, thank God, I only gotta go in one day next week. I booked off the rest of the week. One day work week. So Monday night is the end of my work week next week. Poor me, eh? Anyway, so she goes, can you pick up my bride next week? She eats keto this, keto that, and it's like, okay. So I head out 25 kilometers the wrong way from work, going the wrong direction from home. It's like, oh, I was tired. The car was driving itself. Thank God the car can do that. It's like, I'm so tired. I'm the worst case for this driving technology. Oh yeah, you're supposed to be paying attention while the car is driving. Passing out. I'm eating banana chips for sugar, trying to stay awake while the car is driving. And so I get to this place, almost overshoot it, go in there. And they only let basically one person in at a time, or two people. So I'm outside, a little cool. And then afterwards, I noticed it was Canadian Tire in the area. I haven't been in Canadian Tire in months. Toronto's been shut down, right? And I just haven't had any interest in going to Canadian Tire. Actually, I think they were only doing curbside, so I wouldn't have been able to get in there. So it's so nice to go into a store again and shop and walk around. So I picked up something you guys have seen before, and I haven't gotten it since. Let's see. I'm going to pick up just one of these. All three of them. These things.
Oh.
Ooh.
I use them as risers. Yeah. Well, I mean, what do they call them? Cupboard shelves, right? But I can put small sets underneath and then something else on top, and it's just a way of making better use of your space, right? Mm-hmm. I don't know. They're like, what do they say they are? They're 14 inches by 8 by 5. $6-7 at Canadian Tire. You get them a little less in the dollar stores. Not the same name, but very similar quality. Probably not much worse. They fit in my everything great. I used them in the glass cabinet here at Christmas when I was putting my wife's stuff in there, and it's like you take the paper off and light goes right through it, so they're really handy. I bought 6 of these. I wanted them in white like I first bought them 2 years ago, but really I only see them in the metal chrome look now. And I figured since I used 6 or 7 of them for my wife, I need to replace them, so I bought this. Oh yeah, and you guys saw I bought the step ladder, right?
Oh yeah.
Literally, that's to access my Lego. Hey, I love this thing, man. But now I can get up there. I can get up on top of the cabinet. It's so easy.
Kiva. Hey,
Well,
Hey, Xander. I was wondering if I'm saying that right. Is it Xander or Alexander?
yeah, Xanderland.
Xanderland.
Life Bricks, I don't know if you're still listening or not because you've got your own stream going, but I still have the tab open, giving you watch time. Like I
What
said,
a traitor!
I popped into his chat and was hanging around until this happened.
Hey, T-Rock's an official member of Albert's Camp, so
Priorities.
he's not a traitor. He's loyal.
Yeah.
The word is
What's
not
he-
traitor.
What's he
Yeah.
doing in our chat? He should be sorting through that frickin' pile.
Oh, what's he got?
That's paint. Well, he's building the UCS Star Destroyer, but it's in one great big pile. And it's
Oh,
painful
no.
watching him try and find stuff.
It sounds like he's trying to do a puzzle live.
Yeah.
Okay, Xanderland. I'm thinking 2 p.m. Eastern time, something like that. 2 or 3 p.m. Eastern time, around that area. That's when I'm starting for my own little self promo. That's all.
Oh, you can't do that here.
Oh,
I want to be Brixie someday. No one can talk about anything they do. They don't exist outside my stream.
Strike one.
Strike one.
I'll shoot you a link.
God bless Brixie. And his toy hobby.
No. He quit his job to play with his toys.
Yes, that's the way the news put it, I believe. The 6 o'clock news and the 10 a.m. news. He quit his job to play with toys. The poor guy.
Hey, stud, how's it going?
Hey. Howdy, howdy. Studs brought the girls. One for everyone. So it's not bad. We haven't done one of these in a while, so it's kind of cool. And I don't see really another one until I either get the bouquet, which will be whenever I can call a store and then get on a Tuesday or a Friday to a Toronto store or get it online. Or until one of the 3 big Star Wars sets come out. A new Star Wars helmet. R2-D2 UCS will definitely be something I'll get.
Have you guys seen the leaks for the probe droid?
I was going to say, I
saw one photo today, and I don't know if it was a leak or not. Because I don't know if it was some guy's mock. I've seen lots of mocks.
I saw it, and then I didn't see it again. Just a fleeting glimpse of it, and then I couldn't find it again after.
But at any price point, I'm interested in a probe droid, and I'm hoping it's good.
I think it'll be the size of like the BB-8. I think.
Which is I think is a great size. You know,
yeah.
It's not too big. I mean, when they can keep stuff like under 14 inches, 12 is like a good number. That's ideal for most people with their shelving, especially if it only works out to 10 inches deep. Well, that pretty much satisfies everyone in the world, especially if you go to IKEA. You know, then it fits on everything you can imagine.
Well, I've only got so much room left in my filing cabinet for those types of builds, so yeah, that's good. As long as they stay in that nice compact, I can keep piling them in there. Otherwise, I got to find another spot to put them.
I don't get any UCS sets, but I appreciate them because of their glory. Well, I mean, if you can ever find your way to getting one, I think you'll like it. The thing is, I mean, they're almost always just Star Wars. I wish we'd see them in more lines. I don't know if it was Brixie or someone else had it up as a poll option. It's like, I think most lines are worthy of a UCS set. I wouldn't say Friends or some of those sets, but Ninjago, I'm not sure. I know some qualify price-wise, but could you imagine if they did something and upscaled the quality and the detail? How about a Master Wu statue build or something?
I can think of 2 sets that could be identified as UCS. Well, actually 4 Ninjago sets could be classified as UCS. Temple of Air Jitsu, Ninjago City, Ninjago City Docks, and Ninjago City Gardens.
See, those would all be Master Builder, though, under recent standards, even though it seems like they've walked away from that, too. They came up with it, and people cried, and ooh. The Star Wars
should do UCS Destiny's Bounty ship.
Oh.
That'd be neat.
Yes, a UCS.
Imagine like a 3,000 piece ship. Like
any
3,000 piece or something like that. Hey, pretty cool.
Even 6. I mean, could you imagine with nice fabric sails, any ship, make it at least, 24 to 36 inches long.
Yeah.
I mean, a true showpiece. Okay, this is interesting. Blackforge says...
Are you talking about the Bugle?
Oh, yeah, I heard that.
Ooh, a UCS Marvel set. The Daily... Wait.
The Daily
Bugle?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Rumored for within the next 2 months for release.
See, I'm not a city guy. It's like, but a nice building.
Rumored Stan Lee minifigure.
Oh, that hurts. That's dirty. That is dirty. Because even if you don't take Spider-Man, I mean, Stan Lee is responsible for half the original characters in Marvel Comics and in Timely Comics and whatever came before. And it's like, oh man, that hurts. Oh well, maybe I'll have to start plotting like
by the
Team Marvel.
girls.
Hey, Stud.
Yeah. You gotta plot like at least a year ahead of time.
It'll be the third UCS Marvel set. Well, I guess you're talking the Shield Helicarrier, and what else? Oh,
The
Iron Man.
The Hulkbuster.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Right.
Oh, the Guardians. Yeah. Their new ship. That's supposed to be UCS as well.
Really?
But I think the Bugle comes out first, though.
And are they talking of doing a whole building or just the top of the building with the logo and? So I'm worried that to do the building, it's going to be basically an architecture set with maybe a custom piece on top, right? But if they were to just focus on the top, the rooftop, you could have very ornamental looking top for it and a nice build for whatever it is that's on top of the Daily Bugle. I can't remember. I know in my head I'm trying to envision a Daily Bugle, and you know what I'm seeing? The Daily Planet. And I'm not even a DC guy.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, Helicarrier Hulkbuster edition. Yeah. I like that, the Iron Man Hulkbuster edition. I mean, it's not as posable as I would like, but it was nice. I liked the platform. I liked everything about it.
Is that more parts for your B-Wing?
No, this is the rest of the parts for my Stormtrooper helmet. So
yeah.
I've got all the parts for it.
So you're buying used or new?
I've been gathering parts for. These are new.
New. Okay.
All new. And the last my plates, so I can finish my Star Destroyer tonight. Finally. It's only been a month. I've been waiting to get parts to finish it. These came right from Lego too.
Yeah.
This I ordered first, and then it was taking like forever for them to actually ship the parts. And then I went on Bricklink. I thought, hey, cool. I'll finish off. I had other sets that I had missing pieces. I did a Bricklink order. I still haven't got that Bricklink order. It's been a month. Now this beat
That's the one you were asking me about if you should push it, right?
Yeah, I guess I'll wait maybe another week and then see what happens. Yeah, the stickers from Australia beat the stuff from Quebec.
If they did a Mandalorian buildable figure or a Rinsler buildable figure, Sweet Mayhem buildable figure, I would die. I don't know who Rinsler is.
Tron Legacy.
Oh. No, Tron. No, you're right, Tron. Oh my goodness.
I can't picture who Rinsler is.
See, they own
the guy
Disney
with the double
owns,
discs.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Boy, that could be cool. I do like Tron. I would love to see them build out more of the Tron universe, but when Legacy didn't do as well as expected.
Well, yeah, isn't there a third one?
He's saying Tron 3 is coming?
I know there's talk about it, but I don't know if we're ever going to see it. Tron 3 is coming? I hope so, because I'm a sucker for it.
There's only been one Tron Lego Set.
I love the second movie. The first movie I loved to death. You know, that's nostalgia.
I try my best not to cringe, because like I watched the first one just to get an idea, and I'm just like, oh, just not okay.
You can't imagine in my childhood when that movie came out. That was state of the art. That was $1 million graphics. You know, like millions and millions and millions of dollars. They lost huge money making that movie. I mean, it made money, but you know what they put into that movie was crazy, and they did stuff that was never really done in that way before. And then the video game did so good in the arcade. If anyone remembers the original Tron, it was huge, and it was a Laserdisc game, if I recall. Probably not the first one. Dragon's Quest was probably the first one, but so it was a huge property for them. And then it was quiet for so long, and they didn't have really much in the way of toy tie-ins or anything. They didn't go all out on it. Disney wasn't what it is today, a merchandise powerhouse. I mean, back in the old days, they were constantly, almost always going bankrupt. They were living off of those, at the time, what was then 50-year-old movies or 30-year-old movies. So, was that the idea set, the Tron Lego set?
Yep. It's the only one so
built
far.
it, have it, love it. It's probably a little overpriced for what it is. But I think everyone should have it if you're a Tron fan. I think it's well done for what it is. I'm trying to remember, was it the Brick Brothers?
Yeah, Brick Bros UK.
Yeah. No, I think it's a great set, and I've seen it lit up too. I've seen some guys do minor mods, and it's really nice. What I wish they would do is a UCS original bike, or even one of these done up, big detailed size, $200-300, make it 14 inches long or something, because I think that would be great. Yeah, the figures are great. I'm a real fan of them. I don't know that emoji. Is it like kind of trying to be polite? Yeah, big scale, large scale. And the thing is, with Disney, if they saw any potential, or if Lego saw any potential in pursuing it, either side, I mean, it would be made. I'm just guessing no one sees me in it. And this universe, I mean, I think the cartoon's really good if you guys have watched it. It's a different twist. And even this Tron Lego, what was first put out there, There were sacrifices to get this movie done, but it's a really deep sci-fi universe that they could have a lot of fun with if they really wanted to. And I think they could do a lot of toys, a lot of tie-ins. I don't know if anyone has done comics for it. Marvel should. If they aren't already, they should.
They had a series, but they canceled it just as it was getting good.
Oh, jeez. I'll have to acquire those.
It's on Disney Plus.
Oh, the cartoon?
Yep.
Okay, I watched like a dozen episodes or something. And the art style throws me a little, but the storytelling was good. I found it almost better to listen to it. And there's a lot of shows like that with the cartoons. Right now there's Pacific Rim cartoon now, I noticed. I think it's on Netflix. Oh, really? I don't know if I'll watch it. I'll definitely listen to it. Oh, whoa, we got some old people here. Where are they? There we go. Good evening and good night.
Hey, old fart.
Because it's just a little past his bedtime.
That's what I said, Bricks T. That's what I said, but he said it's fine, so whatever.
Really? Maybe it's dying. I don't know. I'll have to do some more tests on it then. What?
So upset.
They foreshadowed Rinsler before Legacy and Uprising.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Uprising's the cartoon, right?
Yep.
But yeah, I think there's just so much potential in that universe that they haven't tapped into.
Yeah, Momo Lego, I'd have to agree. I've just put it on its stand and left it alone.
Why? Is it that bad?
Well, it can be.
No. Oh, look at all the bags. Lots of bags.
So you got jealous of Brixie stealing the one that you could have had?
Yeah. I say, F him.
Open this magnet set so bad, but I want to just wait a bit longer.
See, I don't miss that. Waiting for the bags and bags and bags. Oh, yes, those masts.
The masts.
Yeah. Do you remember how much they were?
Those? I don't think they were that bad.
Really?
I'll have to go through and check that everything's here. That'll take a while. There's at least 1,000 pieces here. But it was pretty cool getting them all. Got it all from one guy. Actually, this seller was in Quebec as well.
I'll have to check out that video game. Hopefully it works with the controller.
I'll convert you yet.
I don't know. I'm old now. You gotta remember, when I started playing video games, dude, I mean, first we didn't have a controller. And then when we got one, it had one stick and one button. One stick and one button. Then ColecoVision won up to Atari, and or was it Intellivision? Intellivision went up to Atari and gave us a joystick that also served as a knob, and had little soft touch buttons, which were garbage, for a number pad. And that was a big deal. And you held it kind of like the way you would hold your cell phone, with the knob kind of on the top. And they had to have a knob because so many people before then only played games like Pong. So all you could do was go dink, 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 dink. That was state of the art for video games when I was a kid.
Yo, Stud, if you're still here, are you stream hopping?
Oh my God, no.
So I'm looking at the chat for Life Bricks stream, and I just see a few comments on his.
Wait a second, are you stream hopping? So you can't check on someone else's stream without doing it yourself. It's like, I'm old, I'm not stupid. I survived the dinosaurs. Look at these hairs. That's why I don't shave them all off. I shaved most of it off.
You were there before the dinosaurs.
Yeah, we pushed the dinosaurs out of the cave. Get out. It's warm in here. Get out. And what's funny is I don't shave off the gray. I shave off the ones that are still black. The grays are the ones that stay.
So have you guys ever bought something just bought it just because of the minifigure?
Oh yeah.
I
I remember what it is. Well, okay, not including polybags.
I bought this just for the minifigure.
Because I bought, that just for the figure. Just because, well, whatever. I don't collect the Marvel figures much. I thought it was cool. But,
no, I ordered that from Indigo, or Chapters Indigo. But I did it because I had that Rakuten app. So if I did that, I got my $5 back for signing up.
Oh,
so, Special Forces Commander fig.
That's a cool fig. I have that lying around somewhere.
I got that.
Remember the DVD I bought, the one Shazam?
Oh yeah, yeah. I forgot.
I don't care for the movie. I bought it for the figure.
Yeah.
You did that, and I was seriously debating getting it as well. Yeah, the figure's actually really cool. I guess my kid would appreciate it and watch the DVD. I never did though.
I'm sure there's something else that doesn't come to mind. Well, yeah, okay, Mario. The Mario starter pack I bought just for that figure so I could put it on the big Nintendo set.
I am not a huge fan of this suit. It looks nice, but the function does not compute with me.
I watched 90% of your video on that earlier.
I was so confused, like out of the box reaction, like what? How do I know I'm doing this right?
Desert Skiff Escape.
Just for the return Jedi Boba Fett variant.
2017. Which one's that? Is there Skiff? Is there a 2017 version? I've got the 2012 or something. Is it 2012? Set 9496. I think.
It's just a thin, long box, isn't it?
Maybe they did redo it. I wanted the one because they had the Lando figure in that helmet. This is why I bought that one.
You ever bought sets just to get a promo?
Well, yeah.
Like you don't care about the sets, you just wanted the promo.
Every other week last year. Lesson learned, don't do it. Why do I think...
I need to plug in my tablet before I head to bed tonight if I want to be able to stream tomorrow.
What
So I got one last thing. And this was Mastermind.
I can't find the skiff right now.
Had that 20% off coupon.
Let me guess, Star Wars?
Yes. Hey, good guess.
Is there any other Lego other than Star Wars? Post below.
So, not Star Wars,
That's good.
but I had to get it there for the. That was for the free shipping.
Oh, okay.
So Nathan will get that.
Well, I use keychains when I needed to bump something up to get free shipping.
Yeah.
So my daughter's got lots of keychains the last couple of years. I ask her, what keychain you want next? Yeah,
So
nice.
Beskar and Mando. So I've got all the Mandalorian sets now.
That's the last decent Star Wars set I bought.
All caught up.
I don't call this one decent. I call that, because I have to. I wonder if they're going to give us more TIE fighters in this scale. I guess they should give us a first order TIE fighter, right? They gave us a regular TIE fighter.
Oh, that I would like. I like the design for the armor of the First Order, but I don't know. First Order kind of seems a little wimpy, though.
I like a lot, yeah. I like a lot of the first order stuff. Yeah, that was nice, and the figure was nice too. Where did I put that? We built that a couple weeks ago, right? Oh yeah, it's up there. Oh my god, that's so sad. So I got the Star Destroyer.
Hi, Jason.
You guys can see it. No, the MIDI scale Destroyer, I got it just sitting on the Falcon on 45-degree tilt. That's so fun. Well, that's another reason I bought those risers. I need either this weekend or with next week, with me only working one day.
Well, we got
that display needs some love. I need to take some pictures. I mean, nothing built in the last 3 months. I haven't updated my snaps in forever. My Instagram, same thing. Hey Jason, how you doing? We're just showing off a bunch of stuff we got recently.
Oh, you guys want to see the in-store promo that I got with all that stuff? Because I got it tucked away with my stuff that I just don't want to open.
Did they give you more Lego just to get you to come back?
Well, I only bought the Lady Liberty Brickheadz because I was so close to getting the promo, and I'm like, you know what, fine, might as well.
Hey, that Lady Liberty's a great set.
Oh yeah.
I think it's one of the best Brickheadz, period, bar none. And it's probably going to be, I mean, what else can they do that's a large, real statue? Maybe Jesus in Brazil? Right? You know, the big... Can you imagine that as a Brickhead, though?
That's I thought they were trying to stay away from religion and such, though.
Oh, yeah. They probably won't touch it.
So yeah, this is the junky build that they gave away in store only.
You're a bummer. You know that, Jacob? You couldn't let me live with that. Like, I thought that would be so cool. No, you're right. And actually, most good statues are religious ones. That's a cool bag you got there, though.
I don't know. I'm not sure if I'll build it or not. I might build it alongside the Easter chick, maybe. Who knows?
Got lost in the way here.
Jason's
Easter
right here.
stream, possibly.
I would have ordered the Lego Lockheed Vega, but I figured it would have lost on the way here.
The Brickmania Wildcat.
Okay, I don't know what that is. What is the Lockheed Vega? Anyone know?
Mm-mm.
What's the Brickmania Wildcat?
Custom
Oh,
set?
well, Brickmania, yeah.
They
Brickmania
do
makes
custom
lots of
things.
yeah, they do a lot of
Yeah.
nice military.
Brickmania Wildcat.
Oh yeah, they're a big sponsor of Brick, Beyond the Brick. They've been been sponsoring them forever. Beautiful stuff. Expensive though. Oh my god.
But what's the Wildcat? Mania Wildcat.
And the Lego Red Airplane. The biplane, wasn't it?
Oh, it's a Navy plane. Okay, yeah.
No, the
I
Brickmania
need
sets
to
are
stop looking at
Oh, yeah.
analytics.
I think I was looking at jets that were like $375 or something, and I was like, oh my god, I want it so bad. That's a lot of money.
Yo, Xanderland wants to know if he's able to pop on a stream in the future or something like that.
Anytime. Well, actually, I only had the one question about the age.
I think he's in his 20s. Is that correct, Xanderland? Because I remember you saying once that you were older than me, I think. Or was that someone else?
Minifig scale naval aircraft. That'd be cool.
Geez, Jason, you gotta come on and stream and show us some stuff that you've been picking up from these alternative sources. Because, yeah, I'm a big fan of some of these guys who are selling their own stuff. Yeah, sure. I got no issues with that, because actually I was speaking with Jacob earlier about that, so we were already hatching a plan. We already had you in the loop.
Yeah.
I mean, if you got something you want to show off or chat about, you can come on now.
Well, we
don't
should
have to
shoot him a
short this
link.
yet. Unless Jacob wants to go to bed, because, you know, young man needs his bubba. I don't know what you guys call it. With my daughter, we call it a bubba. You want your bottle, your bubba? Or your...
No, I need my own no.
My daughter didn't even really put the other thing in her mouth. Hang on.
So
What was that?
that's probably what he takes his sleepy juice in
I was
on
saying, you
Sunday
really
nights.
didn't use one of those things in your mouth. Soother, yeah. You weren't really into that.
Here, I'm just sending Xanderland a link.
Cool.
Is that what you put your sleepy juice in on Sunday nights, though, Rick?
Say that again?
Is that
sleepy
what you
juice?
put your sleepy juice, so you put it in your baba at
Oh,
Sunday
I
night?
tell you, that's next level thinking. I could just sit there and sip it slowly.
Yeah,
But see, I've gotten smart when I take the sleepy juice. See, I sit there and I take it like an hour before I think I should, so I'm already getting it in. The only problem is that you come out of it. So I end up waking up sometimes early, and then you're screwed. You can't go back to sleep. It doesn't happen. You'll get your 8 hours, and then, 8.5, 9 tops. But then you're awake. You cannot just go, I'm going to keep my eyes closed. BS. Your mind is fully active. You're well rested, though. It works. But, yeah, I try and take that only one night a week, Sunday nights. What am I missing here?
Apologies, Xanderland, and welcome, Quincy. I'm hoping I'm pronouncing your name correctly.
So, Jason wants to join up here?
I don't know how to get a hold of him, so I can't send the link.
Okay, so, Jason, since you're on Facebook, message me right now. You're over 18, right?
Sounds good, Xanderland. Thanks for stopping by.
If you message me on Facebook, I can shoot you a link. And then you just need something with a camera. It could be your cell phone, or it could be your laptop, or your PC. I mean,
I tell you, the
technically,
amount of times I have to moderate someone who just hasn't bothered answering the membership
well, watch.
questions.
Okay, here's what we'll do. Watch this. It's straight in the chat now. And I'll just let on the ones I want. That solves all the problems right there. You figure out how you're going to click on it.
Is anyone but Jacob watching on Twitch? Or do you have
Why,
Twitch
is he on
open?
Twitch?
Well, I see usually he has all three open for you.
Oh.
Or he did in the past, anyway.
Yeah.
Now you've got me going.
This is mine now. The Lone Avenger.
Yeah.
Yeah, where's my one fan on Twitch from the other week? So earlier, I had my daughter make me one of those frozen mixes, right? Well, actually, I already had some in the fridge. Oh, look at this. He's on Facebook now. Again.
You got me going.
Yeah. And I said, you know, blend it up with some ice, you know. I wanted kind of Slurpee style. And then afterwards, I figured, you know what? Something I do a lot is, you can see it inside. I put, let's see, black cherries that are frozen. And I use them like ice cubes. And then eat them afterwards. Love them.
Okay.
They stay so cold for so long. Because the problem with an ice cube is it waters it down as it melts, right? That doesn't melt. Well, I mean, it warms up. But... Now, this is the problem with anyone who hasn't done this before. We can give them the link, but then they gotta jump through those hurdles the first time.
Yep.
And I think I probably had it set for verify, which probably means they have to log in on whatever service they're playing on. But
yeah, you only have to do that the first time, then you're good.
just the first time? Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I probably could have made it even easier by not having that, but actually I don't even know how to turn that off. I just thought it'd be a good idea, given this is browser-based. But yeah, I don't know when the next thing's coming out. What's coming out in March? That's interesting, Jacob. You're on top of everything.
Bugle. I mean, like, there's the Venom pack. No, March. You're saying?
Yeah. Well, yeah, we're in March. Well, we're halfway
I was
through it
thinking
now.
April. I was thinking you said April.
Yeah, maybe April.
Yeah, 'cause for April we got rumored Bugle.
We got the Marvel heads coming, right?
What's it
Yeah,
called?
as well as the Venom pack.
Patriot something?
I don't think there's a lot coming out next month.
War Machine?
Hey, Jason.
Hey guys.
Everyone say hi to Jason.
Hey, Jason.
Hey everybody.
Hello, Jason.
Let's see if we can do this. I can probably, let's make some room here.
Let me see
What
if I
can I
can
remove?
turn this
I can
camera around to
remove
show
this.
you. It's
There
kind of
we
messy
go.
here.
You want to say hi?
So you're on your
Hi.
phone right now?
Yeah.
See, your phone can go either way. If you turn it the other way, your widescreen,
Oh, there
it
we
should
go.
anyway.
Hey, look at that.
Hey. So the phone's pretty handy.
Here, does it work for laptop?
Oh yeah, only if you got a rolling sensor in the laptop. I'm pretty sure you don't. A tablet, sure. A tablet would probably work the same way.
So I built and designed
With the Miles Morales
probably
thing?
about half
No,
of
it's-
my own stuff.
Oh, hang on, Jason. Your audio's super
They're in your
low.
mom's rounds.
Mhm.
I don't have
Oh, it
what
is?
I want.
Yeah.
Let's
Try again,
that.
Jason.
How's that?
It's deep.
How's
Well,
that?
mute.
Trying to
I mean, we hear you. It's just it was really low.
Oh, is this any better?
You have to say something for us to know.
Is that any
Go
better?
1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3.
I mean, it's clean audio. It's just not loud. That's all.
Oh, okay. Let me turn
So what are you
this
working
around so you- well, like I said, I was working on the Brickmania Wildcat. And that's this here.
Oh, we're gonna make it big. Let's see. Yes. See, this is what I'm used to. Yes. Look how beautiful that is, guys. Do you remember what you paid for that though? Because I looked at some of
I
those,
think
and
it was. I have quite a few Brickmania kits. I don't remember how much it was.
because I was looking at some at $250 and $3 1/4, and it's like, wow, but
Here,
they're nice.
I'll show you in
They're
front of
so
my
nice.
TV. I'll show you. I'll give you the walk around on my TV, in front of my TV.
Oh, let's see. Look at this, guys. This is why we got to get away from Lego, because look what he's got. This is what Lego doesn't do for us.
Yeah.
What do you mean, yeah? These are beautiful.
I like the naval aircraft. That's my problem.
Is that a Spitfire?
No, these are all carrier-borne naval aircraft from World War II. So
Okay.
let's start with that one. Is the Curtiss Helldiver from
Okay.
Brickmania.
Okay, you're getting full screened again. Here we go.
This is a F4U Corsair. I can't remember. what the model.
Corsair. Oh, what was that show on TV? It was late 70s or early 80s.
Baba Black Sheep.
Yes.
And they're
Those
kind
of us who are
dusty,
old
so
enough
I
to remember that
apologize.
show, that was an amazing show.
Here's a Hellcat with the wings folded. I'm gonna do that so you can see it better. And then that's also Brickmania. And the next to it is a Bearcat, which is also a Grumman fighter. End of World War II to just post-war, and that's from a guy called NK Custom Bricks. If you heard of him.
Okay.
Let's go back this way. This is a Grumman Avenger carrier-borne torpedo bomber, the gray one.
Nice.
And that's kind of nice because it's got like the Bombay doors and stuff in there. So you can see a little bit under there.
That's cool.
And just enough Technic to make things work. Otherwise, it's a
just to
brick
hold-
set. I love it.
This model's kind of fragile. I drop it on the oil. Well, aside from the unwritten Lego rule of having to drop a model at least once when you build it, like that one's pretty fragile. And then this is the SBD Dauntless SBD 5.
So I know I've got one question. I'm guessing everything is stickers, right?
Like decals, stickers.
Yeah,
or-
decals. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, whatever. Not printed, right?
Yeah. And then we'll go around and other stuff if it gets more complicated. You can see that stuff.
Oh, nice.
That's the Brickmania F14 Tomcat.
Okay, that's one of those ones that are up there that I was looking at. That is sweet.
The
I watched Top Gun the other night.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's a Super Hornet, F-18EF Super Hornet from Plain Bricks.
And see, what I'm looking at is the cockpits, because I know the struggle to do a cockpit
Let's see if I can
for
think
a larger scale craft when there's no good cockpits to use.
And this is the F-35C. I don't know if you can see it behind there.
Yeah,
There
no,
it
that's
is.
pretty good.
Yeah.
Nice.
Those are kits. That's stuff that used to be kits or are kits that I didn't design and build. The second shelf, yes, there's a second shelf. Here, I don't know if you can see that.
That's very clear.
Yeah, that airplane in the orange is a A7E Corsair that I designed and built myself.
Wow.
And the canopy comes up. I just don't have it right now.
So a question I have for you with that is, I guess a lot of people would want to know. Now, did you use software, or did you just rough it out and build it and rebuild it until you got it to where you wanted it to be?
For the most part, I have a technology background, although I don't do that anymore. I use Studio.
Okay.
And then
So you worked out most
of
of your ideas in Studio and then built it out?
Yeah. These are all
Okay.
to scale roughly, like 135, 140, so they're about the same size as you would see in real life. Back there is the A6 Intruder with the black nose.
I like that.
Everything folds and unfolds like it would on a real ship. So, except for the canopy on the A6 got kind of complicated, so I just decided to not make it movable.
Yeah.
The other thing I should mention is I get them, so on this canopy rail here, you'll see if I can go back to that you can see a person's name here. This is one of my friend's dad who actually flew this airplane in the real world.
Cool.
No way.
Yeah, the A6 is the same. I do canopy name, and I try to get as much detail as I can on the aircraft to say, hey, did you fly this like bureau number? So the bureau number is like on the A6 here on the tail. It's that 152-600. That's the bureau number. That denotes the particular aircraft. So I'll go to my friend or somebody and say, hey, I need markings or what it looks like, so I get the decals down right to the individual aircraft. That little thing there is an A4 Skyhawk. Give you a little top view of that because that's pretty cool. That is a historic aircraft itself. It's done by a guy that was killed in Vietnam who flew that. The aircraft is named Lady Jessie.
Okay.
This folded prop here is an A1 Skyraider that was actually flown by a friend of mine who used to be an FA-18 squadron commander. His dad flew this airplane in Vietnam during Kaesong and earned air medal while using this aircraft. So I went and did the research, found the actual aircraft, and then the what it looked like, and got all the decals for it.
So you only into Lego, or are you also into building the scale plastic models?
I used to do scale, but plastic, but it's too. I just kind of got out of it. I did it when I was a kid, but not anymore.
See, all the ones I built as a kid, I don't have a single one left because with moving, things happen, and I didn't have the skills to fix them.
I got
so when they break, you feel like they're garbage, and that's the way they get treated. You know?
Yeah. The Lego is more challenging in a way because it's standard parts and they can fit in any random, way. So I find it more challenging. Let's see, next shelf down here. I don't know if you can see that. That huge machine there is a A5 Vigilante, carrier-borne reconnaissance aircraft from the 1970s. Probably one of the biggest aircraft on a carrier before the Tomcat came around. This particular aircraft is marked for Lieutenant Gerald Coffey and Robert Hansen, who flew the aircraft and were shot down in it on 3 February 1966. And Robert Hansen ended up dying in the flight, but Gerald Coffey was a POW. And I actually sent a picture of this aircraft to his wife, and he's still alive, and he absolutely loves it, which is pretty cool.
Wow.
Back behind that, I don't know if you can see that smaller airplane, is an F-8 Crusader Navy fighter, marked for Admiral James Stockdale, who was a POW in the Hanoi Hilton, along with Gerald Coffey.
So you've got that sticker just literally barely tacked on, I'm guessing, right?
No, they stay on pretty well. I mean, it's vinyl. If you know Jonah Padberg from Plane Bricks did the decals for me, and he charges a pretty reasonable price. I just give him like the photos and stuff, and he does the decals. And I try to get the placement.
You haven't gotten yourself a vinyl cutter or anything yet?
No.
Or a printer now, I mean. Wow. That's slick.
There's a Cobra right here.
Ooh, that is beautiful.
This is a MH-60T Jayhawk, U.S. Coast Guard. I live in Chicago, in the city limits, and Traverse City is like right in the area, so we're 9th District, U.S. Coast Guard, so we see these guys flying up and down Lake Michigan all the time.
So how noisy are they overhead?
So I have to go into a bit of history because I know this stuff. The Coast Guard station in Traverse used to fly the Dolphin, which is a smaller, light, shorter range helicopter, and that thing whistled. The Jayhawk here is kind of like the regular Army Black Hawk, and those are kind of noisy. Like you can hear it and you can feel the power difference.
Yeah.
So it's a noticeable noise difference. They can make it from Traverse City, which is on the upper part of the main part of the state of Michigan, to Chicago on a tank of gas, which is kind of interesting.
Wow.
Let's see. Next to it is an MH-60. Oops. I don't know if...
We lost our picture.
Okay, there we go.
There we go.
Sorry about that. Can you guys hear me?
No problem.
Yep.
Yeah, we hear you. You're good. Are you not seeing us? Here,
I'm back.
just so you know, we're
Can
all
you hear
here.
me?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we hear you good.
Missing audio.
Oh, did the audio go out for you? Just count 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and we'll tell you if we can hear you.
Can you hear me?
We
Yep.
hear you loud and
Can't hear
clear.
you. Maybe I'm muted. How about that?
Yeah, it's good.
You guys can hear me, but I can't hear you.
Oh.
I'm gonna show you that.
Might be something
MH60
simple like just going up,
T.
up, up.
No, MH60S. This is actually one of the Navy versions. They operate two, the Sierra and Romeo. This is the Sierra, and you can tell because the landing gear, the tail wheels in the back versus the other version, which is more forward.
Right.
I still can't hear you guys.
Oh no? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3.
I'm not sure why. Okay. And just really quick about this aircraft. John McCain's son actually flies this, Jack. He's actually in a squadron that flies this, and I marked that up for his squadron, which is HSC 85. Hopefully you can see the decal up front there. The Firehawks.
Oh, yeah, just a little
And they
bit.
do special operations support with that helicopter, so SEALs. It's a Naval Reserve Squadron, and interestingly, they have about half staffing of active duty and reservists, so it's pretty cool.
Wow, we got a history lesson with that. That
Can
was
you hear
so
me
much
now?
more than expected. Yeah,
Yep.
we
I
hear
can't
you good. And you
Let me
still
try
can't-
rejoining the stream.
Sure, yep. Oh, I tell you, that selection is awesome. Now I'm even more tempted to pick up one of those. The thing is, half of those, or a bunch of those anyway, he got with the Brickmania, you know, boxed and manual. I mean, it's such a slick presentation.
Oh yeah, they're expensive,
It
eh?
hurts. It does when you see it. Let's see. Give me a thumbs up, Jason. He should hear. Okay. Because he's really stuttering. So, do you hear us?
Yeah,
One,
I
two,
gotcha.
three.
Can you hear
All
me?
right.
Yeah.
You know,
Okay.
one thing with the software, and it's probably not your device at all, it's trash. And because all four of our feeds go not to YouTube and not to Facebook and not
Yeah.
to Twitch. It goes to StreamYards first, then out, and it's horrible.
Gotcha.
It's juggling a lot, and especially with this being browser based, like it's amazing technology, but it's it comes and goes.
No, that's cool. I haven't done a live stream before, so it's kind of a first for me.
Oh no, hey, you did great. Shoot, because we've done. Me and Ryan, we spent weeks trying to get two people to talk to each other without it sound like utter
Okay.
trash. And
So you heard my
echoes.
description then on the Sierra?
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, I love this stuff. I got two more to show you.
Cool.
Okay, please.
And they're kind of sitting on the floor. So that's these two Hueys here.
Oh,
nice.
So the green one is a UH-1C that was flown by the U.S. Navy in the Mekong Delta during the Vietnam War by
I was going to say Vietnam.
by
Yeah.
a group of guys called the HAL-3 Seawolves. And so like I said, they flew kind of the same mission that HSC-85 used to fly. And here's kind of a look at the decal on the front there. Pretty sweet looking decal. Hopefully you can see that. Maybe not.
It's really dark.
That's my
Yeah.
shot. The other one is like a regular Marine Corps Huey. I think what is one of the Marine Corps now? The UH-1 Zulu. So that's kind of their like standard utility helicopter. Hopefully it's not too dark.
No, we can see that one pretty
So
clear.
yeah. So that's that. That one I did design and build. The green Huey is a Kobe Huey that I modified because the Kobe Huey is like your standard UH-1. I think it's a D. There's some slight differences between the two variants. Between the
So
one.
why'd you update it?
I mean, I wanted it accurate for the Marine Corps version, which it is.
Okay. So you saw a good base to work on then.
Yeah,
by buying the Kobe.
The Kobe Huey's the same color. But there's some parts that show up on the Kobe Huey that aren't on the Navy UH-1C.
Okay.
So that's kind of some. I mean, I'm an airplane nerd, obviously. I mean, you can hear by how I talk. So
yeah,
it helps to know the stuff, I guess.
Yeah.
We're
No,
all
I don't
nerds
know
here.
half as much as you do. So when I'm buying the, the Chinese sets or the Kobe or the Kazi, Oxford, whatever, it's like I won't notice, or Xingbao, I won't notice the irregularities or the differences or even the mistakes. Sometimes I just outright make a mistake and
Yes.
they say it's one thing and it's not that.
No, I'll check. Like I think it's Xingbao that you said has some really good Chinese helicopters.
They got a couple, and and I tell you, their Warthog, I loved it. I had to fix it, but it was a structural problem. It's not like there was a detailed problem. Actually, it was a gap. There were visual gaps that if they would have just put 4 1x2s, it would have made it almost seamless. It would have made it, to me, a perfect model of a tank killer. And it's still one of my favorite sets, and it's definitely one of those ones that made me glad that I looked outside of Lego.
Yeah.
But yeah, but you went the next step to actually find Lego. In many cases, with Brickmania and other guys who they're actually sourcing Lego, coming up with a box, manual, doing the works.
They'll do all the footwork, and I'll do the fun part for some of the kids. But yeah, the stuff I design myself. I mean, the hardest step that I find that I have is just waiting for the bricks to get here.
Yeah. Now, don't they have an actual store, Brickmania, like a brick and mortar store that you can visit?
They have, I think, they have 3 stores. So they're headquartered up in Minneapolis.
Okay.
They have a store not far from me in the Chicago. I'm in Chicago proper. Like, I'm literally like 2 blocks away from Wrigley Field, even though I'm a White Sox fan. But they have a store out in the western suburbs in Schaumburg that they recently opened only because they moved from like the big iconic Woodfield Mall, and frankly, it's like the early 2020s. Who the hell goes to a mall anymore? And then they just opened a store in Chantilly, Virginia. So that's a pretty good store. A lot of my friends that work at DoD will go into Chantilly to go there.
Is that their flagship store now?
No, their flagship store is what they call the GHQ up in Minneapolis.
Okay.
I mean,
the scene Beyond the Brick, take the tour, I think, of that store.
The store,
it's something else.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Like, I've seen that tour too. I've been to the store in Schaumburg a few times, and it's okay. Like, they have a lot of cool kits to look at, and this is just me talking. I'm not getting paid by Dan Siskind, although I should be. They don't utilize all their space, and I think part of that is because there's not that interest, and part of it's COVID too. Like, they opened that store I think like a year or so before COVID happened. So.
And probably just didn't have enough time to take off.
No, and they do it right too. Like, if I can't find a kit that I want at Brickmania online, because those suckers go fast, I'll usually call the Schaumburg store and say, "Hey, do you have this?" "Yes, we do." "Hey, can I come in and get it?" "Yeah." They'll deliver it, following their COVID protocols and all that kind of stuff. So it's pretty nice.
They'll throw it at your car and yell at you, "Stay in your car."
Yep. And if you're smart about it, I hate to give away any secrets here, but like their stores, if you can't find something online, you can find it in the store.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I think Lego's kind of the same way, but I'm not really sure. I do need to go in and get, because the next thing I want to build a diorama, like a carrier diorama.
I was thinking, with so many craft that you got, and they all got the folded up wings.
Yeah.
And it doesn't even have to be that detailed. Just to have that deck with an elevated, that section with the elevator, so you could have one coming up or 2 coming up. What you would love to see is, look at that, is Lege Tech. They have a Facebook group, French Canadian, English Canadian, but the last big convention we had in Toronto, he brought his carrier, and it had to be 15 or 20 feet long.
Nice.
and I think it took them 2 or 3 vans to bring all the parts, and it took them 8 hours to set it all up. And it probably had to be 6 feet wide at its widest point, and like I said, like 14 or whatever crazy feet long.
Yeah,
And he had everything.
Cool.
But his scale was, of course, smaller. I think his aircraft was only, yay big. But yeah, you would love what he did, and could probably lift a lot of ideas. And of course, he lit it up, and it was just beautiful.
I've got I was gonna display all this at Brick World, but they canceled it for COVID last year. So, and this year it's canceled too.
Oh, it's already canceled.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And I've got a couple museums in the area that want me to come display the stuff. So hopefully I'll get a chance, because I like talking about airplanes. I like Lego. So.
No, we got a guy in Toronto who does kind of what you're doing, but he does it for the transit system. So he's all about trains and subways and streetcars. And so when he takes his Lego stuff with he's actually got the whole train conductor's uniform on, and he does the whole history lesson for everyone.
Oh, nice.
And before COVID, he was he would go to all the toy shows, and then all the little fairs that would pop up in the Toronto and GTA area. And just like you, it's not just the bricks, it's the history that goes around and the stories.
Yeah,
it's all one big thing.
Once all this COVID stuff I'll start doing maybe regional stuff, because I talked to a few museums, but the work too kind of gets in the way, but that's all right.
Well, there's always weekends, right?
Yeah, I'm an airline pilot for a living, so it kind of.
Oh, look at that! See.
Yeah.
So, I guess since you revealed you're an airline pilot, how much is life sucking for you right now then?
It's not actually. I fly like small business jets for a wealthy family here in the city. So
okay.
Nothing's really changed in terms of. The only thing that's really changed because of COVID is my social life.
One of our family friends, he flied for one of the 2 Canadian carriers, and he had to, when things were kicking in last year in March, and it was going south fast, he was one of those pilots that were taking the jets and flying them down to, I guess, Nevada.
Oh,
and parking them.
Yeah.
And then, so he's taking photos and videos, probably shouldn't have been. And all you see is hundreds and hundreds, FedEx and everyone else, everyone's jets, aircrafts parked.
Southwest Airlines, a lot of the regional jets. There's airports like in Kingman, Arizona, by where my parents live, and I took them to go see all those airplanes because they just sit out there. It's like going. If you guys have ever seen the Boneyard in Tucson, like I've been there a few times, but it's just like that, but with airliners.
Yeah. It's sad, and and they're being stored there because it's dry and it's the best possible environment, but still, it's not sad. Great to have them sit so long. And someday, these things are going to be powered on and moved, and it's going to be a nightmare for all those guys to recertify them and get them up and running again, because they're all going to have to get checked again.
One of the things I do like about the Chinese kits, like I don't know if you can see this guy, but this is I built one of those. It's an H6k Bomber. Like it's huge. It's not really minifig scale, but it just comes out that way. Like it's
none of their aircraft are really minifig scale,
right.
But some of them are close.
Yeah,
close enough that we're happy with.
The detail on their minifigs, like this pilot guy, is freaking awesome.
Yes,
and it's
between
not expensive
prints,
at all.
But that one is just a Lego minifig shaped figure, but as you said, the prints are amazing.
Yeah, and I have like a couple of guys that I use as pilots. I think you guys will know, since you know Star Wars. I don't really know Star Wars that well, but I got this guy to go in the Vigilante because the color of the flight suit is like the same they used to fly in Vietnam. Okay. So I think that's like a Star Wars bomber pilot or something. I don't know.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
I don't know like what they flew for bombers, but like the orange color flight suits were pretty common during the Vietnam War, so that fits in pretty good for the Vietnam War era.
Nice.
Yeah. I do have a couple other things I'm working on that are in digital. Well, I'm waiting for parts for a A3 EA EKA-3B whale, which was it'll be about the size of the Vigilante. You can't really tell, but that Vigilante's like 2.5 feet long. That
Wow.
big ass airplane. So that was a twin engine like bomber / electronic warfare / tanker. The other one I'm working on is a
Wait, a tanker? You mean it did the in-air refueling?
Yeah, so the Navy uses a slightly different refueling system than the Air Force does. Like, if you ever seen those epic videos of like the B-2 flying behind the K-210 or whatever, they use what's called a flying boom, which is like you establish your position behind the tanker using a series of lights and lining up some markings on the bottom of the airplane as a pilot. The Navy uses a more complex, like hose and drogue kind of system where the aircraft trails out like this hose with a little, what's the word for it? It's like a bird. I guess they call it a bird for that, whatever game that is. And you have to plug it in.
Yeah.
And then I have a T-45. Oh, I've got a couple other ones back there that I have to get, but they're way out.
I just think it's amazing anytime two aircraft in the air can plug in together.
Yeah.
And then they got to maintain that constant airspeed between them.
I do have a Brickmania OV-10 Bronco, but that's like back there. And then I kind of NK Custom Bricks is another guy I buy a lot from too. And I've got a T2 Buckeye, which is a 2-seat trainer that the Navy used to use, but now they use the T-45. So everything is like as close to scale as I can get it. The display. So.
Here's a question for you. What do you think you've invested all in?
I
10,000?
I think that's a fair number.
Fair number?
Yeah.
Because I know some of the stuff's just not cheap. It's just not.
It's not. I mean, I hate to sound arrogant, but like I can afford it now.
Yeah.
I'm at that point.
Well, having disposable, that's what I keep telling Jacob. Having disposable income.
Yes.
I'm gainfully employed. I can do a lot. I don't have a lot of bad habits, so I have this.
So where are you guys located?
So I'm in Toronto, Canada. Jacob?
Calgary, Alberta.
Oh, okay.
I'm in Manitoba, Canada.
So I'm just across the Great Lakes from you guys.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I could drive to you very comfortably in a day and have a good time.
Nice.
When we're not closing the border to each other.
Yeah.
I mean, basically, our Prime Minister said we probably won't be opening it this year.
I think once I get the A3 built, I will have every every naval attack aircraft built in Lego, minus the TBM. What is that thing called? Devastator. Devastator, and that was like kind of pre-war, interwar. But yeah, after the A3, I'll have everything at the side. On the fighter side, man, I'm taking a break after I get done with all that.
I was going to ask now. You're into everything that flies.
Yeah.
You haven't dabbled in.
I do like everything that flies, but I love naval aircraft. Okay. Like I'm fascinated by you guys used to fly aircraft carrier. You guys used to have aircraft carriers up there, right? Yeah. The HMAS or HMS Bonaventure, HMCS.
Anything that is seaworthy. I think we have 2 that are seaworthy, and everything else is a museum piece docked somewhere.
Yeah.
It's a sad state of affairs. I mean, the last major conflict that we wanted to join, it took like 3.5-4 weeks to get there, and I think we still spent 2 weeks just cleaning them up to make them seaworthy. Yeah. It was not a good time.
It's an interesting
to be a
history,
Canadian.
Yeah, it's an interesting history because at least for the fixed wing part, you guys flew Avengers for a while, which I have. A couple of the aircraft here, you guys flew off of carriers. The Douglas Banshee was one. The A4 Skyhawk, like real, like once or twice as a test. The S2 Tracker, which is one of my favorites that I got to build. That's I can't even get started on the support platforms on the carriers, like the E2 Hawkeye. All that stuff I got to build too. So
it's pretty sad. I'm 5 minutes away from Downsview, which is the largest military base in the air in Canada, actually. But it's it's more or less a museum too. Once in a while though, we hear them power up some stuff, and it's like,
Yep.
ooh, it's so nice and loud. And sometimes they take off, and sometimes they don't, and they just put them back in the hangars. It's like, oh my god.
Yeah, it's kind of it's not Cold War anymore, but on the other hand, it's kind of frustrating. I'm pretty familiar with the fighter procurement difficulties up there with the
Up north is
CF-18s.
interesting because they're flying, and it's more Americans than us, but they're really concerned and worried about our north. They're worried about Alaska. They're worried about,
all the NORAD stuff.
even north of our territory.
Yeah.
Even Greenland and stuff. Like, they're flying a lot of missions out there because they're keeping an eye on stuff because they're really concerned about what is moving around up there.
We even get occasionally
In the water, underwater. There's a
We
lot
get-
of that.
I forget what it's called, but it's essentially a Canadian version, Army version of the Huey helicopter that fly. I see them in Chicago every once in a while.
Okay.
I don't intend to make this all about airplanes, so I apologize.
Well, that's fascinating.
That's all right. It's
And of
something
course, you
different.
tickle me because that's what got me outside of Lego was the military stuff.
Yeah,
I don't have
the
nearly
Val
enough
stuff is
jets. I got a
really
lot of tanks. I got about 12 or 15 tanks now.
good. Oh, nice.
And that's not including the Call of Duty stuff. Call of Duty is like 12, 15 sets. And those are almost scale. I shouldn't say they're almost scale, but they're so detailed. They look so good.
Call of Duty has an Army Blackhawk, right? Do you have that? Oh, I was wondering how it compares to the guys. That's part of the fun.
I've got 3. Hang on, Call of Duty. I've got 3. The problem is they don't call them that.
Oh yeah, that's right, because of the licensing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Brickmania ran into that issue.
I'd have to check my snubs, but yeah, I've got 3 choppers, 1 jet. The jet is clearly a Harrier.
Yeah.
Vertical takeoff and landing, and it's so good. It's such a great set. And when I compare it to posters I have and other photographs in the game, because it's based on the game, there's some details that are wrong, but it's very minor, from like an A designation to a D designation or something like that.
Yeah.
But otherwise, it's beautiful. And of course, the scaling is slightly off for the figure, but you forgive it when you forgive it for how good it is.
I like that. I've seen that Call of Duty Harrier. I like it, but I kind of noticed the same things about the details not being right, and I kind of don't want to put the work in to make it accurate.
And it's tough because, you can't use Lego because the coloring won't ever be right.
Oh wow.
Oh no, that's the thing.
I didn't know that.
So much of the Call of Duty stuff, the bricks are compatible, but your color schemes are going to be way off.
Wow. Okay. Nah.
You will
I just
have
call it
to.
wear and tear. I just call it combat wear and tear on air.
Sure. Well, I mean, if you get yourself a couple of little bottles of Tamiya paint, you'll replicate the marbling effect or the swirls, the metallized look. But if you're just if you were anyone else who just got to have that Lego, 21 colors and that's it kind of deal, yeah, it would be horrible. But as long as you're willing to play and actually work on the build, yeah, you can do stuff.
Yeah,
that's the thing. I've tweaked it. When I was missing a few pieces, I had to take Lego and I either customized it like shape-wise, or I painted it or colored it. I had to come up with a dirtied white Arctic brick look for one of their sets, and it's like, well, there is no Lego that works.
Yeah.
So I was taking marker and making a wash with it and applying it and rubbing it off fast, and then applying it again just to I get to a point where it had that distressed look to it, and it's like, in the end, I couldn't tell the difference.
Nice.
And that was actually on a Halo set. That wasn't even the Call of Duty stuff. Yeah, it was an Arctic set for Halo, and that's how I got around the one part. Eventually, Mega sent me the replacement part, but I was already doing videos for it. It's like I needed it to look good. No one called me on it. No one saw the difference. I knew it was there, and I did my best to avoid focusing on the bad spot, but it's like it passed easily. It was pretty good.
Been kind of one of the things that I like about this, especially with building the MH60s. I had to go in and I did the research on like what the difference was between the different versions and all that kind of thing, which was kind of fun. But yeah, that was
So you have an impressive book collection then too.
Yeah, I do actually. You can kind of see some of it. I got to buy a bookshelf because a lot of the crap is one of the
Because
books.
I was just wondering if
apart.
what you had on that windowsill was some of your reference material.
Oh yeah, yeah. Like I buy all that walk around, all that small squadron signal crap. I got a lot of Canadian military like the F-104 and the Canada Air Mark V Saber. I got a couple books on that because I really
I was
enjoy
so
that
upset.
brand.
An Army surplus store that closed like 5 minutes away from me, and I didn't get a chance to go in there. But I think I have the guy's personal contact. And he didn't just have clothes and jackets and surplus uniforms and stuff. He had real memorabilia and books and manuals and the mechanics books.
Yep.
For
The
tearing this
manuals,
stuff apart.
yeah.
And this is, people look at, this is junk. No, that's history.
It actually works well for the Legos. Like you figure out how the internal components of some of the aircraft look, you can figure out how to build around it or build something similar.
How to make a skeleton and how to make pocket frames for the wheels and bomb bay doors and stuff. And
all that research that the Brickmania guys do, I laugh with amusement at their little like, oh, look at all my books, back there. I'm like, oh, that's cute. I've only ever met one of them, Jackson, who's at the Chicago store. I haven't met the other guys, so I should be like that. But I don't know. I'm gonna try and make it up there for World War Brick. I was talking to somebody else about that today, so we'll see.
Tell you should have your own channel.
I was thinking about it, but
or at least pump out videos for your individual builds.
I was thinking about it because I'm pretty extroverted anyway, and I'm kind of starting to get out there on like Instagram and all that stuff. Whenever I build these, like I've been building since like 2017, and whenever I do, and I post it on Facebook, and I'm in a lot of Facebook groups for like the specific type of aircraft, and the guys that flew them were just like, "Holy shit! When did Lego build this?"
Yeah.
But I should do that. I was kind of thinking about it. I don't know if there would be enough interest out there, but I might try it.
Even if it's a slow burn, you put them out there, and because it probably won't take you much extra time than what you're already doing now, dedicating to the hobby and the craft that you're into.
Yeah.
And in 2 or 3 years, you just slowly find that you've got this audience that's been growing.
I thought about doing that with a Wildcat. I might, because I started that today. I might do that. Because I like
do your present one and work backwards,
Yeah, that's true. I think I might do that with the Wildcat, or at least do like a walk around of like one of the models or something like that. Because the guys.
I love to see more of it. That's for sure.
The guys that actually have flown this stuff. Like if you ask a question about it, and I've got all the manuals, so it's cool. So they'll either answer my question or I can find out. Hey, what is that little thing right there? What is that thing that you have on the helicopter and Lego actually do? And they'll tell you if they can tell you. So it's pretty cool. Especially, Jack McCain has been pretty helpful with for like helping me out with the build and that kind of stuff. So he really,
that's great.
I set up the A4 with the helicopter because his dad, as you know, flew the A4. And he really liked that, which is kind of neat. So yeah, I think I will start doing that, especially for some of the stuff that you cannot buy in Lego, like this. My stuff, I'll probably start doing the walk around or something.
Are you familiar with Boom Bricks or Cabbage Face?
No.
In the Lego scenes, no.
No, I'm just kind of starting out in that. So.
Okay, well they got streams. They're in the UK. A lot of time you'll see them on streams together, and both of them are interested in alternatives to Lego. And they have some interest in military stuff, because of course that's the biggest thing outside of Lego anyway, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah.
I mean, cars, actually. I know a couple guys like Firas, who makes the best Technic and even non-Technic brick-based cars. Blows Lego away. There's definitely a lot of guys, and even Jingbao had made under license a few of his cars.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so they're not just a piracy ring. They got some good stuff.
I built an because I was trying to start collecting air defense systems. So I bought, I think it was Jingbao, or however you pronounce it. I bought one of their SA4 Ganef.
Really?
Yeah, and that sucker was hard to put together. Oh my god! Like so the tank part, like I totally get Gene Roddenberry's like Soviet comparison, because those Klingon birds of prey do remind me of like Soviet hardware, because they just look so crude, and their tanks have a lot of crap on them to emulate in Lego or whatever. So that's really hard. The worst part of it was that if you look at the SA4, and I have a picture of an SA4 right here, so I don't know if you can see that, but the all that gantry crap where the missile sits, like that's hard. Like
hard to do in Lego.
Yeah, like Xingbao does it, and it like I just ended up throwing my hands up because A, I didn't have all the parts, and B, I just like started measuring stuff out and cutting metal pieces.
Ooh.
It was a pain. It was, and even when you got it together, it was so flimsy. Like I tried to emulate roughly the mechanics of how the missile works, right? Like, so that metal part should drop down, the missile should come up and like be able to like traverse, and it's just hard. Like, it was a terrible kit. I have it sitting in my closet in like a million pieces, but it's cool.
They've got the old German cannon that was on a rail, and I've been so tempted. I don't know how accurate it is historically or anything.
The Kobe one, the Kobe has one out too, I think, that I saw.
Ooh.
And I like their stuff. Their Shermans, I have like 2 of their Shermans, a Firefly and the A3, and then I bought the Brickmania Super Sherman, which I really like. Wow.
I think I would have preferred the Brickmania one, because I don't think I was terribly happy with the Kobe one.
Yeah, but like you said, you're right. They're expensive, and I get that. I get that criticism. Like, I understand it, but it's like I've been watching quite a bit of live streams, obviously, especially on Instagram, for like, you know, no offense, but the younger kids or whatever will sit there and complain about Brickmania, but it's just like what you said. It's a matter of, you know. Yeah,
it's not like it's not overpriced. It's totally worth it.
And they put the research and they put the effort into it.
Yeah,
and I understand that, but it's what you said. It's
I've never heard anyone who was upset or disappointed with the builds, and I don't think that's just a dumb buyer always being pleased. I think when you spend the money and you see what they've done with it, and like you said, the time and research, the quality is there. And it kills me that Lego, even if they don't want to put it under the Lego brand name, call it anything. Just give us the quality. That's what we want.
Lego's reasoning on the whole militaristic stuff is very flimsy, especially keeping in mind like Ninja and Star Wars. Like, that stuff is pretty violent.
And how they got so far on that Osprey.
Oh yeah, like
how did it get through 2+ years of development and contract? Because that was a licensed set too, so they're working back and forth with Bell and everyone.
Yeah, Brickmania is. I had a discussion actually with somebody at the Brickmania store about that, because evidently when the Tomcat came out and the V22 came out, and they started getting hit with cease and desists from Northrop Grumman and Bell Boeing. And like, okay, so like I bought my F14, I bought my Tomcat. Like, I was there when it came out, and I was like, drooling over it. I'm like, I got to get this thing. And I couldn't get it, and I found it on eBay one day, so I got it there. But like the V22, they had to stop selling, and a couple other things. And they got hit with cease and desist. And that's how they started getting licensed products by Lockheed Martin and, all these other guys.
But that helps, because that's just going to make it better, because now that you got a working relationship with the different aeronautics companies.
Yeah, there's a certain cachet with the brands, but on the other hand, it's like, hey man, I want to build like a, whatever, but then there's so many restrictions as to like, they can't do a video. There's certain things they just can't do until they get clearance from the contractor first, which is kind of frustrating on one hand, but in terms of intellectual property, I kind of get it.
Sure.
If I made enough money and I did a Sikorsky walk around on my MH60T, I'm sure I'd get a cease and desist from, Lockheed Sikorsky saying, hey, you're making too much money out of this. We need to start licensing you for it. But I don't know. But it was kind of interesting what he told me at that store about that whole, because it was a whole mess before they started getting the official licenses from everybody.
They had to be scared.
Yeah.
These are not small companies sending them letters.
No, and they won't do it for everybody, right? I mean, if you're like some podunk person that's doing something that's a B2, you're not going to hear from Northrop Grumman. But if you're making, they're selling Brickmania kits for what, $600-700, and they're all selling a lot of them. They're going to get on somebody's radar, and that's essentially what happened. But
wow.
Yeah. So
Ryan went and took a nap. Not his cup of tea.
No,
plus
that's all
got,
right.
Plus he's got young kids.
I think
his kids were running around him earlier, so I know because we do try and keep the kids off, just to keep it safer for us streaming with all the COPPA laws.
Yeah.
When that all kicked in down there, and it affects all of us worldwide, and I don't want to get a black mark on my record.
Nope.
That stops me from entering the States when things get better.
Nope.
Thanks for hopping on, man. This is awesome.
It's no problem. I appreciate the input. I actually have a guy, if you guys read The Aviationist, he did a feature on the collection, and I'm just waiting for him to throw it up on his website. I've been waiting for 3 weeks. I don't know if
I'd love to see the link, and I'll definitely post it and cross-post it.
Cool.
And are you in the Lego Club group?
I'm not really sure. I did like your page and everything, so I kind of been creeping in back and forth. So
yeah, I mean, not everything I do people are interested in, but yeah, we got our
cool.
small network of groups, and we're trying to grow everything. And I'm trying to have a home. I'm trying to figure out a way to have a place for the non-Lego stuff, because it's very hard to have a group for the non-Lego without everyone thinking, oh, it's pirate, it's copycat, it's one-to-one rip-offs of Lego. And for me to have a group that caters to the Kobe and all the good stuff that's out there, I also have to police it and stop the one-to-one piracy stuff. And it's like, oh, that's a whole other level of headaches I don't know if we're ready for.
I did the Instagram stuff recently, and I've had people messaging me for the past few days asking me about instructions for what I'm building.
Now, that's the only thing. Once you start putting yourself out there, everyone, can I have instructions? I won't share it. I hate seeing that everywhere. And I'm a guy who buys instructions.
Yeah.
I've got some I built, and probably 75% of them I haven't. But I invest in it. Sometimes it's to support a guy, but usually it's because I do have an intent to eventually buy all the bricks for it.
Yeah. If I'm in a group that's like aircraft specific and I have it, somebody asks me because I know they have like a connection to it, or they built it, or they flew it, or whatever, or maintained it, I'll send them the directions free.
Nice.
But outside of that, I don't bother.
Yeah, because someone's going to take it to China and make it.
Oh yeah.
Because it's horrible. Because you know how many rebrickable designs I see up there, and the guys on Rebrickable don't even know their sets are out there.
Yep, and I've seen once the Brickmania Cobra, once the Brickmania AH1Z got released, I mean, they came out with an imitation. Like, I saw an imitation of that thing real fast. I have one, like an actual Brickmania one, but yeah, that thing, like, they're not bad, like, imitations, but it's just kind of like, it's slimy.
It is slimy, and it hurts a little too.
Yeah.
Especially if you're involved in the original development. I mean, there's a lot of guys. I ended up having my own photographs from my archives of my builds, of other people's sets. This is what I do. And it's like, then they took my photographs and put it on their sales site. And my photos of the real Lego, and they put it up there for their one-to-one copies. Like, you dirty buggers. I'm a guy who supports the Chinese.
Yeah,
it's like, are you kidding me?
I have a friend who's an IP. Well, he taught intellectual property at Stanford. I seek a lot of legal advice from him, so I might have to talk to him about this stuff before I decide to do the live stream for myself.
Sure. Also if you just don't mention the names of certain stuff.
Yeah.
Just drop the name out of it. It's not a Lockheed. It's a.
Well, yeah. This is a Coast Guard helicopter, not an MH-60T Jayhawk.
Yeah, I mean, if everyone else can get around it.
All right. Well, thanks, guys. I'm sorry for hogging everything with aviation.
That's all good.
Yeah, no.
Okay. Chill and chat.
Yeah.
Pretty sure I put that in the title. Awesome.
I'll think about. I think I will. Maybe I'll do a YouTube walk around of a Lego helicopter that I did and see what everybody thinks, or even if it's a Brickmania one, whatever.
Just let's see. So you came in through the Facebook. Make sure you message me on Facebook. We'll get that connection, and whatever you do, we want links.
Sounds good.
Because we will cross-post it as long as you're cool with it, and
yeah, I'm fine.
We'll put it out there for sure.
Cool.
I'm not getting paid for this. I like talking about airplanes and Lego, so it's all good.
You're welcome anytime.
All right, man. Thanks, guys.
Right on.
Good night.
Nice
All right.
meeting you.
Nice to meet you
Nice
too.
meeting you.
So has anyone else got anything they want to bring up? I mean, we already had our thing going for a while. I don't know. I saw Jacob put his head down. I was convinced he was taking a power nap. He can't even deny it because he sat there and he had his head down and the one headphone up like he's usually getting. I didn't hear snoring or nothing, but totally was. And don't get me wrong, hey, I'm a big fan, but it's not like I knew every military name or anything that Jason was mentioning. But kid in the candy store, it's like, oh my God, it's so good, just more, another hour of it, please. I mean, I'll be quiet if that's what it takes. I'll shut up. We'll rename the stream. I'll put a banner up there. We'll put Jason's face big in the corner. But no, see how cool some of the stuff is.
Oh yeah.
And you
I
know,
love that
he's got his
Tomcat.
designs and his mocks, but you saw what he was buying. You can buy some of the stuff, and it's not even Mega Blocks, right, or Mega Constructs. It's a lot of these other companies that some of them have sketchy pasts that are, you know, they have good names in other fields, and there's some brilliant stuff out there.
I love that F14 Tomcat is so cool.
Oh,
Need to
the
get-
only,
needs
the
to
only
get
thing he
sticker.
didn't have, I was going to ask him, I forgot. If Jason's still in the chat, he can say, do you have a Delta fighter? Because I'm thinking that's the triangle one. And maybe I got the name wrong. The one they lied about in the Top Gun movie, and they called it a MiG, and I'm pretty sure it's not a MiG. Because I don't think they had any MiGs in Top Gun, and they lied and they used another fighter calling it a Russian MiG.
Yeah.
Because of course the Americans didn't have access to the
Well,
Russian
back
fighters.
then they wouldn't have.
Yeah.
He should get stickers of Maverick and Goose and stick it on the side of that
Oh,
F14.
I don't know. Some people, a lot of people look at Top Gun and go, "Oh, it's so bad."
Oh yeah.
And even I don't know if you remember this movie. You remember Iron Eagles?
Oh, irony.
Iron Eagles
I
would
love
have been, it would have been the Top Gun of the era, except they were slow to market, and I think Top Gun beat them.
Yeah.
So by the time Iron Eagles came out with Lou Gossett Jr. and the white kid, I can't remember the kid's name because I don't remember
Yeah.
anything he ever did after that. The movie is good as far as I'm concerned. And the story's, story's
It's
passable.
okay.
But because they got beat to market and Top Gun, the production values were just, it was so much higher. It just was.
Yeah.
Soundtrack, that's the thing, they had everything. Marketing, soundtrack, everything. Iron Eagles comes out as a poor man's Top Gun. And no one saw Iron Eagle. It in and out, and we all saw it on VHS because that's how we watched the movie. Because I don't know anyone who saw it in the theater. Top Gun, people saw in the theater and have memories of it. Iron Eagles, they saw in VHS. Or
Did you
Beta.
see
Or
the,
Beta. I'm pretty sure I had it on Beta.
I don't know if. Well, I think maybe Jacob. Did you share it? Or maybe not. Anyway, the new Top Gun movie, the trailer. Somebody redid the trailer in Lego.
No, that wasn't me.
Made like a production. Like it is cool.
I'm pretty
Really
sure Ryan had sent me that link. 'cause
Maybe
that
I
was-
did.
Yeah,
It was
the
cool.
movie trailer for the new Maverick movie,
For the new one.
redone in Lego,
Yeah.
scene for scene. I don't know, 2 minutes long maybe.
Yeah. Oh, at least
It
it was really cool.
It was cool. I mean, when I saw that, it's like, I want Lego movies. And I don't mean the Lego movie or the Batman Lego movie or the Ninjago Lego movie. I want Lego movies. I want, I want Ghostbusters done in Lego. I want,
Yeah.
give me some good stuff. I mean, yeah,
It just
And
made me want to see that new movie even more.
It
Seeing
did.
that.
it did. It was brilliant the way it was done. I mean, I donate to Hive all the time. I want to see him get that Dragon Frame software. I want to see him animate, 20 minutes worth, not 2 minutes worth. And I want it to be easier because I like clicking and watching some of these guys' videos. Even if the voice acting is garbage or whatever, I can appreciate the time they put into it. Especially when the results come out and stuff looks great. And that trailer was just like next level.
Oh yeah, it was.
I don't know how much
It
of
was
that was
high
stop
quality.
motion and how much of that was computer CG'd Lego. I don't really care. It was good. Good is good.
Yeah.
I can appreciate all forms of animation. I've seen stick figure stuff that blows me away, and it's like,
Alan
it's good,
Becker?
it's good. Maybe. I don't know.
Are you finishing your garbage truck?
I could do some of that tonight. I got nothing against doing it tonight. I mean, I'm pretty wired. I just need to get a drink.
I need to get some.
I've been looking at these cherries. I can't get out of the bottom because now there's no liquid in there, so they don't move.
I don't know if I'm going to build any tonight, but maybe even tomorrow night. I'm going to see if I can finish this. I'll probably save it for tomorrow.
Well, did we want to tackle any of the Brickheadz this weekend, or is that something we want to put off? Because everyone's got stuff they're working on?
I'm down for the Mando one.
I mean, I'm pretty open this weekend. I know, and here's the thing. So tomorrow, I'm trying to think. Around 4 in the afternoon, my time, my wife's going out, probably. She's doing her first socially distant thing outside the house with friends in a while. They figured out how they're going to do it and how they're going to eat and not be close together. So it's like, hey, I'm happy they're going out, because like this has been horrible for us, where we haven't seen family, friends, and I would love to see them too, but I don't really want to go out. No, I'm a hermit. I'm doing what I have to do to, for my company and to stay fully employed and be that reliable guy and not get sick and, doing what I can. But I know, tomorrow afternoon after 4, I mean, frankly, tomorrow as soon as I wake up, I can do whatever I want. Monday to Friday, it's too hard to stream during the day because my wife's in the kitchen doing her thing, and there's just no way to shut her up. It's loud, and I don't want any of her company business coming across my streams. But I'm good for any builds you guys want to do this weekend, and I'm cool with staying up too if anyone wants to talk or build tonight, do anything tonight.
Yeah, I might stick around. Just need some stuff to re-energize myself, but yeah.
Well, okay, I'll tell you what. Here's what we'll do. If, and I'm not saying I am, it's 11:20 my time. If I'm going to build, I'm going to switch to my other setup for a new stream in 10 minutes. And if I don't, then I don't.
Okay.
That's what it'll probably be. If I don't, I don't. All right.
And I'll
Thanks
stream
for hanging around.
Quick self-plug.
Say that. What was that?
Quick self-plug.
Yeah. No. Click, and.
No, we're done.
I'm building this tomorrow on my channel.
Let me give you a screen here.
2 p.m. Eastern time on my channel. Building that live. Who knows? Who will be guests? Whatever. Yeah.
Oh wait! Is that the set?
Yeah, that's the set.
Oh. Okay, you guys send me a link.
All right.
Because I think someone owes me some beans or something.
Yeah.
Are you still doing beans, or are we afraid of doing beans?
No, I'm still doing beans.
You're still doing beans, all right.
Yeah. Weird thing. I checked back, and the little thing that said it was like limited monetization, it's now saying full monetization. I'm like, okay. So.
And you did nothing to change the video, and you.
No,
left it up.
I didn't even touch it.
You didn't even touch it.
That's weird.
It could be something as little as someone said something, and then they automatically put it into a certain mode, and then maybe it gets peer reviewed at some point.
Mm-hmm.
And they go, well, it ain't so bad, especially compared to other stuff. Because you know what I was watching today for hours on end, by the way? LA Beast. Do you guys know who LA Beast is? He goes by his YouTube name is probably like something 62able, Skippy 62able. But anyway, if you search LA Beast on YouTube, you'd see it. 80% of his videos are extreme food challenges. Well, you can imagine extreme food challenges don't end well when you eat a 2-liter bottle of oil, veggie oil, right? And he goes so far as he takes the camera into the washroom, pulls down the pants, makes sure it's just a side view, and you hear kaplunk, kaplunk, kaplunk.
Oh.
He's trying to make it as entertaining. the guy's made plenty of money because he's turned around and he's also got the other side of that same channel where he's buying, master cases of cards, opening them up to find, a $10,000 Jordan card or whatever. And the one he was looking for, a certain football player card, and he opened up the packs, got through it, found the one he wanted. He got so excited. He spit all over. He was excited, and then he realized, oh my God, he just put 2 little spittles on his card.
Oh.
He took over half of the value off that card for sure. And then he made it worse. He tried to blot it. Well, you can't do that. It just smeared it. It's like, no, you can't do that. But so for you to get hassled for the odd jelly reaction, it's like, I found that so extreme considering you got him, and that's just him. Forget even the ladies overseas, the Chinese who do the mukbang and all that eating video stuff. They do some extreme stuff too. So I don't know how they can come down hard on you for what little you have done.
Yeah.
And it's like, maybe, hey, disclaimer you can throw in your videos. I'm not doing anything that really hurts. And I actually like most of the stuff.
Yeah.
I'm doing this willingly in exchange for donations.
Yeah. I'm not hurt. I'm not going to the hospital.
No, if anything, my mouth just tastes really bad.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is no worse than experimenting on different sushi or something. That's weird for people, I love sushi, but some people think that's the stupidest thing you could put in your mouth. You're eating raw fish. What are you doing? Until you had sushi, I don't know. I think it's amazing. I miss it.
Oh, yeah.
All right, guys. Let's all
All right.
take a break, and if you see me in 10 minutes, then we know what I'm doing. Otherwise, I'll catch you guys tomorrow.
You bet.
Sounds good.
All right. Peace.
See ya.
Shazam. And